What's good? What's good with y'all? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. And yeah, when y'all come in the building, y'all know what to do. Smash on that like button, hit that like button, and jump in the comment section. Let me know y'all in the building. My man 817 Boxing B in the building. What's happening with it? Yeah, he say brothers lie, females lie, but numbers don't lie. James, salute to you. What's happening with it? You know, we back for another great show. We're gonna have another great show today. Last night we had a great show. You know, great show last night. And like I said, smash the like button as y'all come in the building. A lot of boxing news to cook on today. A lot to cook on. Chris Mitchell, what's happening with it, man? Same to you, fam. Same to you. Hey, Chris, you early, Chris. Hey, you early on that Thanksgiving shit. You just, you ain't thinking about nothing but the meal, huh? You ready to eat. My man Chris ready to eat. He ready to eat up some shit. So yeah, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. Mike Ryan, what's happening with it? Shamar, what's happening with it? What's good with it, Shamar? D Walker, what's happening with it? Salute. Alan Young, salute. Dundada, what's happening with it? Yeah, my internet good, man. My internet good today. It wasn't even really what it was. It was some outages in my area. You know, it was my internet and my phone services. My phone service and the internet was messing up in my area yesterday. That's why when I would go from my computer to my phone, it was still going in and out. Mike 1, what's happening with it? Jewels of Life, what's happening with it? Salute. Yeah, like I said, as y'all come in the building, make sure that y'all smash that like button. Smash the like button as y'all come in the building. I got some news for y'all too. You know, I got some interesting news for y'all. You know, pertaining to boxing. A few things we gonna cook on. So you know, DP Rocker, he said that show last night was fire, man. I had to do it to him, man. I appreciate you. Cortez Bowles, what's happening with his salute? Shamar say the way that fight happened with Crawford and Porter, I don't really know if Errol wants to smoke, man. You missed the show yesterday, bro. Errol definitely wants to smoke. When you call me, man, I ain't got no call from you, Keto. But salute to my cousin Keto. What's happening with? I ain't got no call from you, Keto. If you, I mean, unless you change your number or something, but nah, other than that, he said, Tank the best on earth. I mean, hey, he might be, but we'll never know that. You know what I'm saying? He might be, but we'll never know. As long as he got the attitude he got, and as long as he's staying over there with Floyd and Leonard, we ain't gonna never find that out. Because in order to claim the best, to be the man, what Ric Flair say? Keto, what Ric Flair say? He said, to be the man, you got to beat the man. Simple as that. To be the man, you got to beat the man. Or you got to at least beat one of the men, you know, in boxing. Oh, shit. Polo Sports Talk Entertainment. What's happening with it? He say salute 817 DF Dub, stand up. He said TZ Frank said Porter made Crawford look very ordinary. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go that far, bro. Shamar said he was at work yesterday. He said I definitely missed the show, so I have to go back and catch it. Yeah, go back and So I did 2 shows yesterday. Go back and watch the one from the last show that's on there. The one from last night. Yeah, and Pabs, what's happening with it? He said everybody hit the damn like button. And that's for sure. Dream Chaser off in the building. My man John Kramer off in the building. What's happening with it? He say Spence said something after the Crawford and Porter fight that was telling, he said the pace was slow. He said if he fights Crawford, the pace will be a lot faster, not giving Crawford time to think. Oh, that's a much different fight. Much different fight. Edgar Robles, what's happening with it? He said good stream last night, man. I appreciate it. Vaughn, King Deacon, what's happening with it? He say DC, Uptown, Northwest in the building. Keto say, can Spence beat Crawford? Well, at the end of the day, we got to see that fight happen. You know, I'm pretty sick of the back and forth, you know, but we got to talk about it to keep everybody in tune. But at the end of the day, I'm at the point, let's just make the fight happen. Now, my opinion is he definitely beats Crawford, but at the end of the day, it you know, everybody going to have a different opinion on that fight. They need to get it done. You know what I'm saying? They need to get it done at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Opinions is an opinion, but facts are facts, and I like to really speak on facts. Let's get this fight signed. G5 Game, DP Rocker. Right. DP Rocker say, after last night's show, no more ducking talk. Real shit. Because if anybody watched the show last night, can't nobody come in here talking about Spence was ducking and Spence been ducking since 2018. Because if they do, and they did watch the show and they was in my comments, you gotta block them. Get them the fuck up out of here. Blood and Bone say, Key, you keep these clowns straight on all real facts. That's what we gotta do, because see, you can't deny facts. If you try to deny facts, you just a clown and you don't even need to be in here. What's good with it? Stay ready. Boxing TV off in the building. My nigga. And make sure that y'all go sub to Stay Ready Boxing TV. Make sure that y'all go sub to him, man. He be over there, quiet as kept, man. Stay Ready be having some hell of an interviews over there on his channel. And Stay Ready in Dallas, you know what I'm saying? He locked in, man. He locked in. He be having a lot of up and coming fighters over there on his channel that y'all sleeping on. So make sure, you know what I'm saying, and stay ready. The thing is, man, I be catching your shows after they already gone off. They don't never send out your notifications to me. And I got, you know what I'm saying, I got that bell icon lit up, and I got, you know what I'm saying, for them to send me all of your notifications, but they don't never send me your notification. I don't get your shit. I don't get a lot of notifications I don't get. Yeah, my bad. My bad. In Houston, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Stay ready. He got that thing locked down in H-Town for sure. So yeah, man. But yeah. Smash on that like button. We're gonna get to cooking. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get straight to cooking. And I'm gonna give y'all some news, you know, some news that I was catching up on, and get y'all caught up on me. And then we're gonna really get to cooking. But you know how we do. I like to give news about things that's going on that y'all might not be privy to in boxing. So the first thing I want to talk about is Marcus Browne. I didn't know. I'm pretty sure Stay Ready knew. I'm pretty sure my cats from, you know what I'm saying, like 817 and the cats in the DF Dub, I'm pretty sure that they knew. But check this out. Marcus Browne is now training full-time with Derek James. You know what I'm saying? Now, Marcus Browne, he has a big fight coming up. This is a big fight. You know what I'm saying? Marcus Browne, he got to fight Arthur Beterbiev December the 17th, and they fighting in Montreal, Canada. Now, why they having this fight in Canada, I don't know. But this is a very, very big fight for Marcus Browne, and he a big underdog in this fight. but he's training with Derrick James, and he was talking a lot about training with Derrick James. He said every day, right? He said every day he feels like he in a full-blown training camp, right? He said every day he feels like he in a full-blown training camp. So that let me know that Marcus Browne, he wasn't used to going all out. You know what I'm saying? The way he was training with whoever he was training with over there, and because he's from New York, I believe. Whoever he was training with before, he's saying this now since he's been with Derrick James, he said it's a whole different level. And we know that Derrick James usually don't take on fighters. You know what I'm saying? Derrick James got his little stable, and he pretty much refused to train anybody else that want to train with him. But he said he's seen some things in Marcus Browne, and he's seen Marcus working and everything, and talked to him. And he said, he agreed to train Marcus. And Marcus says that, training with Derrick James is a big difference. He says it's a whole different level with training with Derrick James. And one thing that Derrick James focus on, he don't focus on all of that real, fast fucking knick-knack pad work. Derrick James focus on sitting down on your punches and precision and accuracy, right? And I seen you 817. You say Derrick James can't help his chin out, and yeah, Derrick James can't help Marcus Browne chin out, but he can help a lot of other things. In the last fight that we saw Arthur Beterbiev, and he was coming off COVID, I believe. The last fight that we seen him in, he looked very slow. He didn't look the same. And that could have been a lot to do to COVID. You know what I'm saying? Money, salute. What's happening with it? That could have been a lot to do with COVID. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Johnson, what's happening with it? Yashar, what's good with it? Seattle Boxing Talk, what's happening with it? Louis G, what's good with it? Yeah, man, it could have been from the COVID, but Beterbiev didn't look the same to me. Now does he is he fading because he's pretty old? You know what I'm saying? Beterbiev is pretty old. I know he in his 30s, and I believe he like in his mid 30s. Let me see how old he is. Let's see how old he is. And y'all smash on the like button as you come in the building. So Arthur Beterbiev, he is 36 years old. He's 36 years old. Oh, snap. When I say it right now, when I say I don't know why they having this fight in Canada, I didn't know that Arthur Beterbiev, that's his hometown. Marcus Browne, y'all listen to this. Marcus Browne got to go over and fight the biggest fight of his career, the toughest fight of his career in Canada, in Arthur Beterbiev's hometown. Remember that. He fighting in Arthur Beterbiev's hometown. So Beterbiev is 36 years old. I believe he is an Olympic gold medalist. He had a very, very illustrious career in the amateur. So he stayed in the amateur ranks for a long time. That's why you see that his professional record is 16-0 with 16 KOs. Now let's go back to something that my man Marcus Browne said. My man 817 Boxing Beat. 817 Boxing Beat, he says that Marcus Browne basically got a suspect chin. And he pretty much, we've seen that, right? And we've seen that sometimes we don't get Marcus Browne at his best. He has lapses, and he come in the fight, and he be fighting dull. And then other times we see him, and we like, man, this is a badass dude right here. This dude can fight his ass off. So we really don't never know what we're going to get out of Marcus Browne. But I'm going to tell you right now, he better be on his A plus game against Arthur Beterbiev, because Arthur Beterbiev, if he touch you, he going to get your ass up out of there. You know what I'm saying? If he touch you, he going to get you up out of there. So but I like it, man. I like Derrick James training him because Derrick James, one thing about Derrick James gonna have him in some shape, and he's gonna have him mentally prepared. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna have Marcus Browne on his A game. And if you look at Marcus Browne right now, the shape that he's in, he look like he go out there and fight right now. And this fight ain't until December the 17th or something. I think it's December the 17th. Marcus Browne can go out there right now and fight. You know what I'm saying? The shape that he in. And he said, man, he said, look, he said, since I came with Derrick James, he said, every day feels like I'm in training camp. So that lets me know that they not cutting no corners for this fight. So that's a fight, man. That's another fight, December the 17th in Montreal, Canada. You know, Marcus Browne, newly trained by Derrick James, fighting Arthur Bitterbeef. You know, the boogeyman, the king of the 75-pound division, the king at light heavyweight. The guy that a lot of people want to see Canelo Alvarez fight. So yeah, man, let's get it. So some more news that I want to talk about, right? Some more news I want to talk about, right? Before we get into the main subjects, and y'all hit my like button, my like button. Y'all smash on the like button. And let me read this. Hold on real quick. Okay. And my man Knockout Boxing 86 TV, y'all, he in the building right here. Y'all make sure that y'all sub to Knockout if y'all not sub to Knockout. Now, last week, Knockout had a hell of a show, hell of an open panel, and he usually does it on Wednesdays, right? Knockout, remember this. Put this down on y'all calendar so y'all don't forget. Knockout Boxing 86 TV, he gonna be doing his open panel on Friday, right? Write this down. Do what y'all got to do so y'all remember. Knockout Boxing 86 TV going to be going on Friday, and he coming on at 7:30 Central Time, right? He coming on at 7:30 Central Time. So that'll be that'll be 6:30 Mountain Time. That'll be 5:30 Pacific Time, and that'll be 8:30 on the East Coast. So y'all make sure that y'all put that down and remember that, man. So yeah, sports talk. We talking about. Oh, okay. I think he talking to somebody else in the chat. But yeah, so the next news I want to bring to y'all, right? And let me pull up this article. So we all know that Canelo Alvarez is moving up to cruiserweight. So basically, it left me and a lot of people wondering, okay, well, what's going on with the title belts that Canelo Alvarez got at 168? So this is what's going on. The WBC, right? The WBC came out with some news, and they're saying that they finna order David Lemieux versus David Benavidez for an interim WBC title. Listen to what I'm saying. So Mauricio Suleiman is about to order David Lemieux to fight David Benavidez for the interim WBC title, right? So the winner between that fight is supposed to be the mandatory to Canelo Alvarez. If Canelo Alvarez decides to go back down and defends the title, right? But if Canelo Alvarez don't decide to go back down to defend 168-pound title, the WBC title, right? Then whoever wins that fight between David Lemieux and David Benavidez, they'll just be elevated to basically the full champion. And my man, the real top cat off in the building, what's happening with it? Salute to you, man. And y'all make sure that y'all go sub to the real top cat, man. He be over there, and he got more than boxing. He be coming with, a lot of that information, you know what I'm saying? A lot of that real shit. He gonna let you know about your culture, all of that. So salute to my man, real top cat. But yeah, so So basically, in the article I was reading, it says that the winner, like I said, the winner between David Lemieux and David Benavidez, they'll become interim champion. But if Canelo Alvarez notified him that he ain't going to 168 to defend the title, then they just gonna elevate the winner between that fight to the full champion, which is gonna be David Benavidez, because everybody with, you know what I'm saying, common sense know that fucking David Lemieux, for one, he washed up. For two, he ain't beaten no David Benavidez. So now we gonna really get to see what Canelo Alvarez is talking about, right? He going up to he's going up to fight at 190 pounds at the cruiserweight division. We know why he doing that, because he see this dude as food, and it's pretty much he's saying that, you know, it's a fifth title that he could get to call himself a 5-division world champion, right? Louis G, yeah, David Lemieux that got beat by Triple G years ago. Yeah, that's David Lemieux, yeah. But so we know what Canelo Alvarez, you know, why he's moving up to cruiserweight. Now, with that being said, if this goes through, where David Lemieux and David Benavidez got a fight, and I'm picking David Benavidez to stop David Lemieux. Once this goes through, then once David Benavidez is the interim champion, he's going to be the mandatory for Canelo Alvarez. Now we get to see if Canelo Alvarez is going to come and take that smoke, or is he just going to vacate the title and go ahead and let David Benavidez keep that strap. Now, if he do that, my thoughts, y'all can have whatever thoughts y'all want. If he do that, then I'm going to say, okay, he's clearly, you know what I'm saying, he clearly don't want to fight David Benavidez. He clearly don't want to fight David Benavidez, even though I think that Canelo beats David Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? I think he beats David Benavidez. But it don't mean that he don't see something in David Benavidez why he don't want to fight that man. But if he do that, then to me, he clearly don't want to fight that man. You feel me? So we gonna get to see. And that's some big news. That's some big news, you know. And another thing I want to talk about, hold on real quick. Another thing I want to talk about is this type of news is continuing to make Jermell Charlo look bad, in my opinion, because Jermell Charlo is the champion at 160 pounds. He's the WBC champion. So Jermell Charlo could have easily, right, if he wanted to be, Jermell Charlo could have easily been told, informed the WBC that he was going to move up, and that Jermell Charlo could have been put in place. He could have been the one in place of David Lemieux. And he could have easily been the one to fight David Benavidez for that WBC strap to become Canelo Alvarez's mandatory at 168. Because he going to have to fight, if he fight Canelo Alvarez, it's going to have to be at 168 pounds anyway. But Jermell Charlo didn't do that. And I'm going to tell y'all, once again, everybody know that Jermell Charlo didn't do that because he don't want to fight David Benavidez. He's clearly ducking that man. He could have easily put himself in a position, once again, to where Canelo Alvarez was going to have to not come back to that weight division and duck him or move up. But see, he don't want to fight. He don't want to fight David Benavidez. He don't think that he could fight. He could beat David Benavidez. He could have. I mean, if he had to inform them, the WBC would have had to put Jermell Charlo in that position above David Lemieux to fight David Benavidez for the interim title at 168, because he already the champion at 150 at 160, the weight class below. So, does he really want a Canelo Alvarez fight? Because he's going to have to fight Canelo Alvarez at 168 anyway. So, do he even really want the fight? What y'all think about that? You know what I'm saying? If it quack like a duck, walk like a duck, you know what I'm saying? If it look like a duck, it's a duck. And you know what I'm saying? I rock with Jermell Charlo, man. I rock with Jermell Charlo, but the way he been moving, I can't rock with that shit. And he just showing everybody, man, he ain't about what he say he about. He's showing everybody he ain't about what he say he about. And my man, Big Snack Pack, off in the building in that super chat. Man, I appreciate you coming through showing love. Big Snack Pack off in the building. What it do? Yes, sir. But yeah, man, it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. This dude out here pretending like he won a Canelo Alvarez fight, but he's actually able to become Canelo Alvarez's mandatory and don't want to do it. Charles Baker, but we talking about Jermell Charlo, not Mel. We talking about Jermell Charlo. And I heard that Jermell Charlo in Castano is already behind the scenes talking about a rematch. You know what I'm saying? I heard they're already talking about a rematch. Jules of Life said, I hate to say that Charlo is ducking, but I have my doubts. But why should Charlo have to chase Canelo when he ducked? It's not about that, bro. It ain't about that. You know what I'm saying? This man is saying that he wants to fight Canelo. He got to come to 168 pounds to fight Canelo. It ain't about chasing. We going by what he's saying. So it ain't no excuses for Jermell Charlo at all. None. He out of excuses. You dig that? And y'all smash on the like button. You know what I'm saying? Y'all smash on the like button. Please smash on the like button. You know what I'm saying? It don't cost you nothing. Smash on that like button. Charles Ball says rematch in February. Yeah, Jermell Charlo, yeah, and Browne Castano. And I think Jermell Charlo gonna stop Browne Castano. I think that Jermell Charlo is gonna stop Browne Castano this time because he should have stopped him last time. The man says he needs to fight her since he slapped his brother. And my man Juan Rummel's in the building. What's happening with it? He said hopefully it go down in H-Town. Yeah, I don't care where it go down. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing Jermell Charlo in Browne Castano. And like I said, I got Jermell Charlo this time, stopping him. My man Coach in the building. Coach says Charlo can't beat Benavidez. Shakur said Benavidez is a bad mother. Yeah, he is. He is. I mean, to me, I can't pick Charlo over Benavidez just because he not acting like he can beat him. He not showing that he confident. So I'm not gonna roll with nobody that don't believe in themselves. You know what I'm saying? Butter B said he think he too comfortable because he started getting that bread. The assassin DLJ said Charlo ducking Andrade and Benavidez. No doubt. Louis G, what's happening with it? He said, I think Charlo will go up, but worries about Benavidez. Yeah, bro. That's basically what it is, because if he go up, he know that now he can't use the excuse that I'm at 160 pounds, so he don't want to fight Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Johnson, nah, I ain't from Houston. Nuh-uh. No, sir. So you know, it's just like it ain't a good look, and we can't defend this shit no type of way. I mean, if you're a Jermell Charlo fan, I'm a fan of Jermell Charlo, but you can't defend the way he moving. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? No way you can. Knockout Boxing say, man, Charlo ain't from Texas. He's from Louisiana. He says, I already told y'all, we adopted regions and gave the Charlos to Louisiana. Hey, man, Knockout Boxing said, man, Texas canceling them. He said, Texas gonna cancel them niggas. He said it's already done. They already, you know what I'm saying? They already accepted Regis. If Regis a dog, Regis will fight anybody. That's for sure. Angel Ross says Jermell contradicts himself all the time. Oh, yeah, for sure he do. Now, one thing I'm gonna get into, right? So we'll see what happens with that situation, you know, and that's really gonna really tell us if Canelo Alvarez really want that smoke. But before we get to the main topic, before we break down this Errol Spence and Terence Crawford and this, you know, the pay-per-view numbers and all of that, I want to talk about something else. Let me pull it up. I want to talk about Gervonta Davis, man, because I'm going to talk about this Gervonta Davis shit, man. Let me pull it up for y'all. Give me a second. Listen to this shit that Gervonta Davis had to say about people criticizing him about fighting the best at his weight division. Check this out. I want y'all to listen to this.
Okay, they say Mayweather promotion is protecting me and not letting me fight top fight. Okay, let's just say the top four, whoever at the top at. I don't know who they talking about. As far as the other fighters, name somebody else that's fighting somebody. You don't see no other top guys fighting top guys. Don't just only put everything on me saying I'm not fighting top guys. It's only because of the numbers I'm doing and I'm not fighting the people that y'all want me to fight. That's why y'all keep screaming out my name. There ain't nobody else fighting the top guy. Name them. If they fighting them, it's nobody.
So he said when they refer to the top guys in his division, he really don't even know who the top guys are. But he says if you look around the division from 130 to 130, because he was at 130 too. Let's not forget, he was just at 130 also. So he's been at 130 to 135 to 140. So we could put all of those three divisions in, right? He says if you look around, ain't none of the top guys fighting top guys. That's what he said. Now, Tank Davis, and I'm just keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying? I think that Tank Davis probably could beat the top guy out of everybody. But like I told my cousin earlier, I said to beat a man, you got to beat the man. We'll never know unless you fight the man or you fight one of the men, right? So Tank Davis, that's what I let y'all listen to what Tank Davis had to say. And y'all hit the like button. Smash the like button. You know what I'm saying? Smash the like button. It don't cost you nothing to hit the like button. Make sure that y'all get the likes up. Get the likes up. So, once again, Tank Davis, you know, we've been putting everything on Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather. I came out here and I put my neck out for Tank Davis on plenty of occasions. I said, you know what? I said, Tank is getting pissed off. I said, it's not Tank Davis. I said, Tank Davis is getting frustrated because they continue to put him in the ring with these guys that don't nobody know, these guys that are nobody calling for, and they continue to put him in the ring and handpick opponents that they believe that he can beat easily, right? I said, and Tank Davis don't like that. I said, Tank is getting pissed off, and soon we're going to hear him call out Floyd and Leonard Ellerbe on what they doing. Soon he going to start, you know what I'm saying, giving them backlash. And I continue to take up for Tank Davis, and I'm putting it all on Leonard and Floyd. Well, on several occasions, right, Tank Davis is continuing to come out, and he's showing me, right, as much as I try to take up for him, he's showing me that it ain't just Leonard and Floyd. He's adapted the Leonard and the Floyd Mayweather, the Leonard Ellerbe and the Floyd Mayweather mentality that they have for him. I don't know if they got this. I don't know if they got Tank Davis brainwashed or what, right? Because The question is fans criticizing him about his level of opposition, right? Me being real, Tank Davis knows what they're doing. He knows that they're going around certain level of competition and they handpicking opponents and feeding him handpicked opponents. He knows that, right? Now, Tank Davis, he could have been like, hey, you know what? You know, I fight who they put in front of me. Like I continue to tell y'all, I'm fighting but who they put in front of me. But, you know, I know who the top guys are. And I want to fight the best. I want to fight all of them. You know what I'm saying? I want my promotional company to make the fight with such and 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 such. So I'm going to get with them and I'm going to talk to them about making them fights, you know, in the near future. But this man stood there and basically told y'all, well, why should I have to fight the rest of these guys if they not fighting each other? First of all, are you telling me that Devin Haney and Jojo Diaz is not the best fighting the best? Are you telling me that Teofimo Lopez and Vasil Lomachenko wasn't the best fighting the best? We could go to 130 because I said he's been at 130, 135, and 140. Are you telling me that at 130 pounds, Shakur Stevenson versus Jermell Herring wasn't one of the best fighting the best? Are you telling me that Oscar Valdez, when he fought Miguel Berchelt at 130 pounds, are you telling me that wasn't one of the best fighting the best? Or we could go to 140. Are you telling me that Josh Taylor fighting Regis Prograis wasn't one of the best fighting the best? Are you telling me that Josh Taylor fighting Jose Ramirez wasn't one of the best fighting the best? Are you telling me that Jose Ramirez fighting Victor Postol wasn't one of the best fighting the best? So we could go and we could do this from whatever weight class that you want to do this at. So his explanation, what he said is basically what he was saying in so many words. Well, ain't none of these other top guys fighting each other. Why should I have to? Why are they putting it on me? But that's a lie. They already, we know what Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko, they already fought each other. You had a name and you was a big name way before anybody knew who Teofimo Lopez was, way before anybody was calling for a Teofimo Lopez in a Vasil Lomachenko. They was calling for you and Vasil Lomachenko. You still ain't fought him or nobody else from 130 to 135. That shit crazy to me. And that's your explanation? When you were asked about fighting Devin Haney in the past, you said he was a clout baby. When you was asked about fighting Gary Russell Jr., and after Gary Russell had called you all type of bitches of hoes and everything, you said, nobody know him. What is he? He just trying to get clout. When you was asked about fighting, like I said, well, like I told y'all last night, but when he was asked about fighting Ryan Garcia, let's make it happen. Let's make that happen. When you was asking the past about fighting Vasil Lomachenko, it was, well, I mean, shit, he a lot older. He a lot older than me. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole bunch of time. He needs that fight right now. I can wait. You was making all type of excuses. These are facts. So it doesn't matter how great I think Gervonta, I think Gervonta Davis is a hell of a fighter. I think the man can box. He can move if he want to. He can bang. He's explosive. He got a great ring IQ. I think he can do it all. But like my man Batman said, right? Like my man, and this is the words of my man Batman. Batman said some shit, right, that really made a lot of sense. He said, just because you can fight and you got all the skills in the world, it don't mean that you ain't got a lot of bitch in your blood. And now, being around Leonard Ellaby, being around Floyd Mayweather, when all of they talking to you all of the time, they're preaching and they're brainwashing you that it's about the business. It's about how much money you make, not who you fighting. They keep brainwashing you in that. I think that's taking a lot of his dog mentality, because Tank Davis, I'm pretty sure coming up how he came up, he didn't come in the game with that type of mentality, right? But I think that shit is making him soft in his brain. It's making he don't want to fight all them dudes, because if he wanted to fight all them guys, he could have easily said, look, I want to fight all of them guys. And I'm going to let Leonard Ellaby and Floyd know that they need to make me some of those fights. He ain't said that, and we haven't heard him saying nothing like that. It's either the bullshit that he just said on Brian Custer podcast. There was some weak-ass, soft-ass shit that he said. It's either that, right? Or, oh, well, I just fight whoever Floyd and Leonard put in front of me. Well, you ain't got to worry about fighting no competition, because you ain't worried about him putting nothing, you know what I'm saying, that's tough in front of you. Like, this some bullshit, you know? It's some bullshit, and you can't take up for this shit. Knockout Boxing say Gervonta Davis done messed around and got brainwashed by Mayweather Promotions. Someone around that young man need to pull him to the side and give him some real talk. Well, you know what? Money blinds you. They able to throw money at him like a prostitute and tell him to sit the fuck down, shut up, and we gonna handle this. And he's adapted that mentality. You can see it. That man ain't acting like no dog, like he really want to go out here and get the smoke. He really, see, the thing is, when it's fighters that we like, man, Tank gonna run through him. When it's fighters like that, we see Tank Davis with a whole different type of, he go at them type of fighters different. He want all the smoke then. When it's Rolly Romero or Ryan Garcia, oh, I'm knocking him the F out. What's up? We can make that happen. You know what I'm saying? It's a different, he's going at them different. If y'all say that y'all don't see that, y'all lying and you full of shit. But when it's a Devin Haney or Teofimo Lopez or Lomachenko or one of these other dudes, it's an excuse why the fight shouldn't happen. I mean, talk to me. And y'all smash on the like button. Smash the like button. It don't cost nothing to smash that like button. Ryan Lawrence says the object of the game is make the most possible money with the least risk. Why? Because when did that become the object of professional boxing? So Ryan Lawrence says the object of the game is for you to make the most possible money with the least risk. But tell me when that became the object of the game. Because I don't know how old you are, Ryan. I mean, with the words that you said, I'm pretty sure you're a lot younger than me. You're a lot younger than me, right? But me, in the eras I was watching, when I came up in the 80s, 90s, and you know what I'm saying, watching boxing, even in the early 2000s, that wasn't the object of the game. The object of the game was you fight the best fighters, the best competition, and you get paid, right? You prove yourself, and you're going to build your audience, your fan base, and you're going to get paid. You're going to get there because people going to notice that you're fighting the best. You're going to get legacy, you're going to get respect, and you're going to get paid. Now, I want to know when, because you might be right. It might have changed because of these new sucker-ass boxing fans that we got and these new fighters that we got. They don't have that same mentality, and you might be right, Ryan Lawrence. But ask yourself a question. Why did it change? Why did it change? Answer me that question, Ryan. Why did it change? I can't blame Floyd. You know why? I'm going to tell y'all why I changed. Us right here. Us right here. It changed because the fans accepted it. That's why I changed. I keep telling y'all this all the time. The fans accepted it because without us, without our support, we forced their hand. But see, if we accept it, well, yeah, the game changed. And imagine, like I said last night, imagine how it is now, right? Dude just told y'all that the game changed and everything's changed. Imagine right now how it is. Imagine how it's going to be 5 and 10 years from now. If that's your mentality already to take the least resistance and make the most amount of money, well, why are y'all even wanting to see Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford fight? Why are y'all crying about seeing Devin Haney against Teofimo Lopez? I don't understand. Because if that is the objective now, is to make the least amount of money, the most amount of money with the least resistance, why are y'all even begging for this fight? Because if that's the case, those fighters that I named, Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, should never fight each other. We shouldn't even be asking for that fight. Because that's actually the most amount of money for the toughest fight. Why are we asking? Why were we asking for Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder? Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney. We don't need to see none of them fights at all. So if we don't never get those fights that I'm talking about, we ain't got nobody to blame. We can't blame Floyd. We ain't got nobody to blame but ourselves for accepting the bullshit that they give us, and we running out and watching it and paying for it. So if that is the new mentality, we can't cry or argue when we not getting some of these fights. Straight up and down. And Tank Davis has obviously adapted that new mentality, that bitch ass mentality. He moving like it. When he has a chance to let everybody know it ain't him, he want to fight the best, he don't do it. So I'm going to look at Tank Davis and see him as exactly what he's showing us. I rest my case. You know what I'm saying? And y'all hit the like button. Y'all smash the like button. Smash on my like button. Yes, sir. Smash the like button. Now, let's go ahead and switch it up. and I'm gonna open the panel up so we can talk about this next subject, because I'm pretty sure people want to chime in on this next topic, that we talking about. And I'm gonna open the panel up, and I'm gonna, if you get on here, don't be long-winded. Say what you gotta say, pass it to the next person, and then we're gonna do it like that. I ain't trying to be on here all day today. We did 3 hours last night. That's a long ass show, y'all. But y'all hit the like button while I'm dropping these links in the chat. Y'all hit the like button. So if I know you, you can jump on. Like I said, if you be in here and I know who you is, you can jump on. But if I don't know you and you just popping up out of nowhere, I'm not gonna put you on, because like I said, dudes be doing weird shit, you know what I'm saying, to try to get your channel shut down. We don't play them games. But yeah, smash on the like button. And everybody, like I said, everybody go follow me on Instagram. The Instagram is right there on the page, so make sure that y'all go follow on Instagram. Yes, sir. So yeah, the links is in here. So go on and grab a link. G5, what's happening with it?
Salute, my brother. Salute to you,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Great show last night, man. I'm glad I got to be a part of that thing. For the most part, man, keep dropping on facts, man. Because to be honest, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they be begging and screaming like little bitches, like a female. They say they want a real dude, right? But as soon as they get a real dude who tell them the truth, they can't handle the truth. And that's how boxing fans are. You present truth and facts and evidence right in their face, and they ass still don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna address something that Kevin Knight talk about in the chat. Bruh, accolades don't give you a bigger split. Pay-per-view numbers and sales is what makes the splits, bruh. Y'all gotta understand, it is a business. It's about money. No network or TV network is gonna put money behind somebody who don't sell. What the fuck? Y'all don't know business, man. I went to school for business. Come on, man. Y'all gotta come use y'all head around here. 190 to 350. You think Bud is gonna get a fucking 50-50 split? Hell no. He generous. If getting 40% is being generous. And that's not to say that he's a bad fighter. It's 50-50 in the ring, but business-wise, it's not 50-50. Nowhere near that shit. Come on, man. If he becomes a Bud, if he goes the WBC route and becomes an Errol mandatory like they put out there, that's 75 to 25%. So EJ actually would have been doing this man a favor. I need y'all to do y'all homework before y'all start saying dumbass shit in the chat. You know what I'm saying? It would be essentially De La Hoya and Mayweather, 75-25%, because he was the mandatory. When you the mandatory, you can't make no moves or change the split. The organization got to change the split like that. You know what I'm saying? Just like against Heron and Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson got a bigger fight because he outsold him in his previous fights. It's about tickets and numbers, man. That's what it is. But when it comes to this Earl and Bud thing, man, we just want to see the fight. Nobody bashed the man for his skills. Nobody has ever bashed the man for his in the ring effort. It's about business and how you moving. You know what I'm saying? For example, the man said all doing the pressers and leading up to the Shawn Porter, the fight is past me. Follow me. In the ring after the fight, the man said, y'all know who I want. Earl, get your tail out your ass and all this shit. Then in the post-fight interview, the man said, I don't need Errol Spence. Bruh, which one is it? So y'all want to make it seem like EJ is ducking him, but this man keep denying and playing this tug of war game. I want you, then I don't want you. I want you, then I don't want you, bruh. Man, it's just certain shit you just don't do, bruh. And in a fighting game, how is a fight past you and both of y'all still active champions in the same fucking division? Did nobody retire? You know what I'm saying? So make that shit make sense. You know what I'm saying? We want to see Bud and Earl. Everybody want to see this, but you Bud nut huggers, man, y'all will trading y'all spouse to prove Bud's dignity or his fucking career. Like, man, y'all gotta stop that shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that shit for Earl. I'm a fan of both, but I got Earl in that fight. But I'm not gonna be going balls to the wall to prove a point because oh, y'all said something that Earl did and I don't agree with it. Man, get out of here with that bullshit. Y'all acting like little bitches, bro. That's
Man,
all I got on it.
Like me, I'm not finna argue with these dudes no more. Like I said, that's why I did that show last night. I broke everything down. And like I said, if they come up in here talking about that ducking stuff and all of that, and I seen them that in the chat while I was doing my show, they gotta go. I don't even want to hear it no more. Well, I said, man, in Hustle Holmes, what's happening with it? He said, great job, guys. He says, this just for support, man. I appreciate you coming in, showing love and support, man. So appreciate you. So the thing is, right? I want to just get down to it. Like you already spoke on a lot of it, right? But the thing is so this is the thing. He did everybody was trying to wait to see how many pay-per-view buys, that Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter was going to do. Now, remember, Crawford said the only reason Errol Spence was doing those type of pay-per-view numbers that he did is because the opponents that he had. Remember, he actually even said the only reason he did the 350 is because of Mikey Garcia. This is what Terence Crawford said. And then he talked about because of the opponents like Shawn Porter. He said if he had those type of opponents, he would have done the same thing too. Well, he had a chance to prove that. He had a chance to prove that. He went out and he did 190K pay-per-view buys. Now, that is by far almost by 2 times the most pay-per-view buys that he ever did, right? That's by far the most that he ever did. Now we did hear Shawn Porter talking about himself promoting the fight. He says that he did everything that he could do to promote the fight, and Shawn Porter said to take up a lot of the slack for Terence Crawford. Now we saw Shawn Porter was doing everything that he could to promote the fight. Crawford didn't really do too much to promote this fight. This is a fact. It's not me down in Terence Crawford. It don't have nothing to do with the outcome. But reason I say that is because he was trying to say it was because of Errol Spence's opponents. Now, Shawn Porter came out himself and he says, I had to do a lot of things to promote this fight to take up the slack for Terence Crawford, for the things that Terence Crawford wouldn't do. So that 190K that they did, how much of that can you say is because of Shawn Porter? That's one question we got to ask. Now, with the 190K pay-per-view buys, you still, over 100,000 short of what Errol Spence did. You know what I'm saying? You still over 100,000 short of what Errol Spence did. Matter of fact, you 110,000 to 170,000 short of what he did. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. So a lot of people say, well, now he deserves a 50-50 split because Errol Spence, in his layoff. Errol Spence has only had that one fight within the past, since he fought Shawn Porter in 2019. He only had one fight since then, right? So they said, he been having all these layoffs, and now Shawn Porter deserved 50-50. Well, like my man G5 Gabe said, they don't go off of accolades. They don't go off of layoffs. And these are just facts. When Al Heyman and these big businessmen sit down, they pull out the books, right? With them numbers in there. And they go off of what the numbers say. They go off of what you sold against what he sold. What you can generate, right? Numbers don't lie. It ain't what we think. They go off of what you can generate and what he can generate. I'm just telling y'all, because at the end of the day, I don't give a damn what neither one of these dudes get. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter to me. I just want to see the fight. So don't get it twisted. But we talking about this because it has a lot of validity when it comes to when they sit down to make the fight. It's going to come up. That's why we talk about it, because it's very relevant. It's not irrelevant. So it ain't like, oh, well, because, you know, you'll get niggas saying, oh, well, why y'all pocket watching? It don't have nothing to do with that. We're breaking it down, letting y'all know when they sit down to make this fight, what it's going to come to, right? And it comes to when they open up that book and they look at who's putting asses in the seats, who got the bigger numbers on pay-per-view and all of that, right? Now, they're looking at live gates also. Well, maybe he's not selling that many pay-per-views, but let's see how many people showing up and attending to the fight. How many people are paying? Because, well, maybe, you know what I'm saying, he might sell more pay-per-views, but he might sell more tickets, and his ticket prices might be more expensive. So let's go to the tickets in the venues, right? Cam, you're gonna have to turn your camera on if you want me to because I don't know who you are, so you're gonna have to turn your camera on. Okay, bet. I got you. Okay, bet. I just be having to make sure because these dudes be doing some crazy shit.
It's all good.
But and salute to you. But so now we can go to, okay, well, like I said, maybe you do sell more pay-per-views. Now we're gonna look at the live gate, right? And then when you go to the live gate, we know that Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia did 150K. I'm sorry, my bad. 50K. Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia sold around 50,000 seats in Dallas Stadium, right? We could go before that. The fight before that. Errol Spence sold out the Dallas Star. He did 15,000. Right? Now let's fast forward past those two fights. Errol Spence goes to the Staples Center. They put him, they take him from fighting down south all the way to California. He goes to the Staples Center and he sells out the Staples Center with Shawn Porter. So you got 3 mega fights, right? 3 basically sellouts. We can't really say a sellout with Dallas Stadium because that stadium's so big, but I mean, 50,000, you know what I'm saying? That speaks for itself. So you got 3. Now, Shawn Porter, now let's go to Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford didn't sell out none of those fights, and that's a fact. Even this fight with Shawn Porter in Vegas, that fight didn't sell out. I talked to my man that he's a tickets, he sells tickets for all of the big fights. I could call him right now. I could give him a call right now. Matter of fact, you know what? Because I know a lot of people going to argue and ask me how I know, and you know what I'm saying? Let's call him right now. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it live, and then I'm going to pass it, and I'm going to let y'all cook. But before I get off, I'm going to call my mans right now. So we'll get the real word. Okay, he busy. He gonna call me back. But anyway, I spoke to him, and he told me straight up and down. He said, "Hey, it was a lot of tickets that we was trying to, you know what I'm saying, get rid of. It was a lot of tickets left for that fight that we was trying to get rid of." And he told me, he called me the day before, "Hey man, you coming?" I said, "Man, I ain't gonna be able to make it." He said, "Man, I could get you like seats on the floor for real cheap." He said, "I could get you some real cheap seats." Now, when Errol Spence fight, them tickets be high as giraffe ass. And it ain't no, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no, hey, I could get you some cheap seats. It ain't none of that shit when Errol Spence fight. I'm letting y'all know. You know what I'm saying? Them tickets is hard to get. So they look at all of that. And I'm not doing this to shit on Terence Crawford, because Terence Crawford is a hell of a fighter. It don't got nothing to do with that, right? But when you look at all of that, which are they going to do? They're going to look at all of that. Once they look at all of that, they're not going to give him a 50-50 split. The numbers don't add up. You know what I'm saying? The numbers don't add up. It's just not going to happen. 60-40, if they give, I mean, it's really, if you look at the numbers, it's not even a 60-40 split. But, right? It's more, you know what I'm saying? It's more like a 70-30 type split. If you going just strictly off of numbers, you know what I'm saying? 80-20, 70-30, if you're going strictly off of the numbers. But if in order to make this fight happen, if both fighters want to make the fight happen, Errol Spence and Al Haymon have to be willing to offer him 40% of that bag, right? And Terence Crawford has to be willing to accept the 40%. Because in my opinion, if Errol Spence and Al Haymon offer him anything less than 40%, I don't have no problem with Terence Crawford saying, nope, I'm not doing it. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Just because, you know, he ain't no Rudy Poot ass fighter. He's not a Rudy Poot ass fighter. You know what I'm saying? And if they do business right, Terence Crawford is supposed to do business like this. Look, either if I beat you in the rematch, you giving me 50-50, or I get the lion's share in the rematch if I beat you, right? And he's supposed to negotiate that. And that's just how it's supposed to go down. So, you know, we going to go in order. I think KP from KC5, my man KP came in here first, and then I'm going to go with you, Cam. So, KP, go ahead and cook. KP, you on mute. KP, you on mute. You in the building? Okay.
He probably stepped away, Key. Go ahead, let Cam cook.
Yeah. Cam, go ahead and cook on this.
Listen, bro, you know, salute to you fellas today. I'm just short and sweet, man. We all know that Errol's the draw. There's nothing around it. You feel me? And it's funny that you said 70-30 because my man Vaughn said that like 10, 15 minutes prior. So, I mean, it should be 70-30. That's the end of it. Bud is not a draw. He only sold 190,000. And that's that. Like, that's it. Spencer, he's always going to sell a fight. We already know that no matter who he's fighting. So I don't want to hear Bud say anything about it's all about who he fought, because he just fought Porter and look how much he sold.
Let me
only did
address
190.
something. I hate to cut you off, but let me address something in this chat real quick. Okay, dude, no beef, Edgar Robles. You know what I'm saying? You come through here and I respect you, but the shit that you just said was silly as hell. You said if we were going by numbers, Canelo Plant would be he said Canelo Plant was 595. First of all, Canelo made 40 million. Caleb Plant made 10 million. Okay, we back. Okay, Canelo got all of that. Like I said, Plant didn't get a percentage. Plant did not get a percentage. He got a flat fee. So before you make the comments, know what you're talking about. Okay, now you go ahead and continue. My bad. I just had to address that real quick. Cam, you still there? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know if it's
They probably had a bad connection or something, Key. I don't know. I'm still in this thing.
Okay. Shit. One of y'all can cook on that.
Man, it's just funny, man. It's like, you know,
trying to make it, man.
It was weird to me. It's like, as soon as we got to check your chat out, Key. As soon as we got to talking about the numbers, and people don't like it because it's the truth about the numbers and how it's going. They automatically jump to Earl injuries. His eye won't hold up or his accident. Like, bro, y'all quit the slander, bro. Like, just accept the fact that Earl is the bigger draw. That don't mean, again, it's a 50-50 fight in the ring. Business wise, it's not. It's simple. You know what I'm saying? But they can't accept, oh, yeah, y'all saying that Earl getting more money than him. That ain't right. No, he a 3-division champ. He's supposed to get this. His numbers not doing it. Y'all don't know shit about business.
Nah, that's a fact. And my man Batman has stepped in the building, and my man Kyle from the boxing section, TBS. You know what I'm saying? They just stepped in the building. Salute, Batman. Salute, Kyle.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Salute, my brother.
What's up? What's up, G5?
What's up, my guys? First and foremost, I do need an apology from most of y'all niggas on this panel,
man,
for thinking that Shawn Porter wasn't finna get stopped. So,
man,
no, Kenny Porter should never stop that fight. I don't care what you say, Cal. He was winning. To me, he was winning. So
he wasn't winning shit. He
hold
wasn't winning shit but ass
hey,
whooping.
Hold on. Here go Paulie. Here go my ticket dude. Hey, Paulie. I'm right here. I'm on my live podcast right now. Now, you do tickets. Now, I want to ask you a question. What was the ticket sales looking like for Shawn Porter and Terence Crawford?
Those motherfuckers sold it out.
It sold out? They did end.
Bro, it was packed to the max.
So they did end up selling out after I talked to you.
They sold out.
Oh, so did y'all was able to get rid of the rest of the tickets?
Nah, hey, it was packed. Keon, I was in the building. It was packed to the max.
What?
And I went in, and it was a great fight.
Yeah, no, it was a great fight. So did y'all end up having to drop the prices, or what was the prices? What was the prices for like the $2 to get in
all the way through. $2 to get in the door.
200 all the way through. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. For sure, Paulie. I'm gonna get back to the show. I wanted everybody to hear you. All right.
Yeah, tell them to come out. Give them my info. If you need anything, holler at me out here. Give them my IG or whatever. Vegas Life 777.
You hear him? Say it again so everybody can hear you, Paulie. Say it again so everybody can hear you.
Vegas Life 777, and I'm coming out with a T-shirt line. I'm actually in a meeting right now with my financer, Vegas Life 77. We made an emoji and everything. So go on there and follow me, and then you're gonna see what's about to happen. It's about to be magic.
okay, man.
Salute. Appreciate you, Paulie. I'm gonna hit you. So, yeah, that's. I mean, they ended up selling it out. So, like I said, I talked to Paulie the day before, and he was like, "Man, I got some tickets. I could get you down here on the floor for a cheap price." But they ended up selling out. Yeah. So that's good. Now it is the Mandalay Bay. The Mandalay Bay is a lot smaller than the MGM, but they still sold out. Kyle, you was there. What was it looking like?
Listen, like I told you on Fred's show, don't nobody own no Shawn Porter merchandise, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Man, Kyle, we ain't talking about Shawn. We want to know what the fight was looking like, what the atmosphere was looking like, Kyle.
You know, I'm going there. You know what I'm saying? But let me take my detour.
You've been talking about Shawn Porter for the past 2 months. Let that man live now.
All right, it was packed in there. So why the pay-per-views weren't packed, Cal?
You said what?
Why the pay-per-views weren't packed then?
Hey man, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about the fight, Batman.
All right, now let's talk about the fight.
No, but the fight was packed though. Omaha traveled well, bro. Omaha traveled well. It was a lot of Terence Crawford, merch in that crowd. It was hell of a fight, bro. It was an experience. If I gotta equate pay-per-views. The best pay-per-view I done been to was Gervonta Davis. Shit wasn't even close. When he fought Mario Barrios, that was an event.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm
chocolate. That's chocolate Hollywood. I guess so.
Bro, I'm telling you, that shit was amazing, bro. The energy was just insane. And then I'll say Errol Spence, Shawn Porter was number 2 on the list. And Shakur Stevenson, Jermell Charlo was number 3.
So what
Deontay Wilder
Wilder
was like
Fury? So what
5.
Wilder Fury was?
She was ass cheeks, bro. The energy was off. There's a bunch of weirdos wearing dresses and shit.
Slugger Sam, you got to put your camera on. I ain't familiar with who you is. And let me read this. Let me read this. Let me read this super chat real quick. My man Louis G says, and salute to you in the super chat. He says this fight would capitalize Crawford into stardom. He should not hassle numbers. He says he should not hassle numbers. This is the key to multiple big money fights. Spence is the draw pay-per-view. Yeah, if you really, but I ain't telling the man to take no crumbs. I'm just saying like 60-40 is shit better than good.
60-40 better than what Floyd got.
Right, way better. But I want to talk because I was at the Wilder and Fury fight. The Wilder and Fury fight was jam-packed in the MGM. You know what I'm saying? By the time the main event, that fight was packed to the roof. So you know what I'm saying? And Wilder and Fury, the MGM is a lot bigger than Mandalay, the Mandalay Bay. The Mandalay Bay is a smaller arena. I've been to all of the arenas. The Mandalay Bay is a smaller arena, lot smaller than the MGM.
Yeah. I didn't really like the Mandalay Bay. I couldn't do my normal maneuvering around the arena like I normally would. I couldn't really walk around like I wanted to. I couldn't like sneak down and move around in different seats. It was too fucking small.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Small. So like my man Paulie said, he corrected me. They ended up because I didn't know, I didn't think they sold out because, like I said, I talked to him. He called me the day before on that Friday, and he like, man, you still coming? I got these tickets, man. We got a lot of tickets, and I said, nah, I ain't gonna be able to make it. But they ended up selling it out. He works directly with my man that I just got off the phone with. He worked directly with Sam Watson. So you know what I'm saying? He worked directly with Sam Watson. So they was able to get those tickets sold. But how many seats do you think the Mandalay Bay fit?
Bob Arum said 11.5.
So 11,500.
Mm-hmm.
In Staples Center is like over 20,000. So basically,
and that motherfucker was packed to the max.
Yeah, when Spence fought Shawn Porter. So you got to think they put him in a smaller arena but Staples Center, like I said, is 2 times the size of Mandalay Bay. So there you go.
Man, I just want to see, man. Fuck all the bullshit. I'm tired of everybody talking about who gonna win and who gonna do what. Fuck it, let's see it. Tired of this bullshit, man. Tired of boxing period, man.
Hey, but my man, my bad. My man Knockout Boxing 86 TV and my man Dwayne Freeman in the building.
Knockout Dwayne, what's up?
Oh man,
hey,
I'm
y'all.
chilling.
Hey, I gotta head back to the plantation. I'll get back with y'all in a minute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna see you tonight.
Most definitely.
All right,
all right, y'all.
And y'all make sure that y'all go sub to the boxing section TBS.
Man, even with the Spence fight. All right, Spence. I mean, not Spence. The Terence Crawford and Porter fight. It was a good fight, motherfucker. But all this special shit y'all was talking about, Terence Crawford got, I didn't see it. He was in a tough fight. He came out. Kenny Porter got in the way of seeing if he was going to really do what the fuck a motherfucker. I mean, a lot of his fans thought he was going to do, really hurt and stop Shawn Porter. Kenny Porter got him way of that. So Man, it was a good fight. To me, it was what? After the 2 knockdowns, it was 6-5 Shawn Porter to me. But, you know, I just want to see him and Earl. All that bullshit. And I don't give a fuck how much money they getting. Just make the fucking fight.
Yeah. My man, knockout, man, knockout. What you got, man?
Man, I'm just trying to figure out if it's boxing fans, we gonna push this fight or we gonna keep making barriers. And to me, a barrier is when you say something like, now it's a 50-50 fight all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? From a revenue perspective, that's one thing. The second thing is I just want people to be realistic, bro. Like to me, Terence Crawford proved that he elite. You know what I'm saying? He proved that he one of the top guys at 147 pounds, but I'm starting to hear people saying that because he knocked out Shawn Porter, that somehow proves that he gonna knock out Errol Spence too, or he better than Errol Spence too all of a sudden. And that just get me to automatically thinking shit like shit. I watched Teofimo Lopez struggle with Nakatani. Nakatani was a tough fight for him. And I watched Vasily Lomachenko go in there and destroy Nakatani. But when Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko fight, Teofimo Lopez won that fight. Then I got to thinking some more. I was like, shit, Terence Crawford gonna beat Errol Spence because of what he did to Shawn Porter versus what Errol Spence did to Shawn Porter. Well, shit, let me start thinking about the biggest fight of our generation so far. Like, shit, Floyd Mayweather was in a tough ass competitive fight with Miguel Cotto. Manny Pacquiao destroyed Miguel Cotto.
Right.
He did him all kind of bad. Then I was like, well, no, that's not enough. Keep going, knockout. And I was like, well, shit. Floyd Mayweather beat Oscar De La Hoya by a split decision. Manny Pacquiao destroyed Oscar De La Hoya, did him all kind of bad, bro. Then I was still like, bro, that still ain't enough. Floyd Mayweather knocked out Ricky Hatton in like the 7th or 8th round. Manny Pacquiao didn't sleep inside of like 3 or 4 rounds. So Manny Pacquiao was beating up everybody more impressively than Floyd Mayweather was, doing them all kind of bad. When they fought, Manny Pacquiao couldn't get a round off of Floyd, bro. Couldn't get a single round off of him, bro. Floyd beat him up. So I say all that to say, let's calm down with this shit, bro. Like, yes, great accomplishment from Terence Crawford. He get full credit. But if you're running around here saying that he all of a sudden about to knock out Errol Spence because of what he did to Shawn Porter, I would just tell you to look at the history of boxing and maybe, be a little bit more objective and not so much of a diehard fanboy, bro. But that's kind of what my train of thought is right now, bro, with how the type of shit that I'm hearing. Oh, and then also on the flip side of that, bro, Terence Crawford haters, if you kind of in here and you want to talk about what Shawn Porter was gonna retire anyway, or Shawn Porter didn't look, man. Shawn Porter put on a great fight. He was very competitive in that fight. He was doing his thing. It ain't his fault. It ain't Terence Crawford's fault that Shawn Porter retired after the fight. So I'm still giving Terence Crawford his credit today. But I think, some Terence Crawford fans need to slow down saying that his fight over Shawn Porter proves that he will beat Errol Spence Jr. That fight need to happen, and we need to see that shit.
Right. And let me get to this super chat. Slugger Sand said, bro, I ain't no troll or no goofy. He says nothing. He says, I fuck with your channel. I just want to talk about the fight. I'm backstage. And salute to you. Salute to you, Slugger Sand. Salute to you. I just don't bring you on because, like I said, man, dudes be doing weird shit and they'll put their camera on. They try to get you. I know them tricks, so I'm gonna put you on. Don't do no weird shit. But salute to you in that super chat.
Yo, I appreciate letting me on. I'm not a troll or none, bro. I just don't show my face. That's all. That's why I wasn't doing it. But I'm gonna wait my turn. I'm gonna let y'all cook.
Okay, for sure. Let me see who we got. It's between. I know it's between because Batman. I know it's between my man Dwayne. I think it's Dwayne Freeman. I think it's on Dwayne. Cam, is you still in the building? I don't think he in the building no more.
No, Cam was at work,
Yeah.
man.
Okay. My man Dwayne, what's happening with it?
What's going on with Keon? What's going on, panel?
What's up, Dwayne?
What's going on with?
Yeah.
What was the question? Because I was on a phone call, I couldn't hear what y'all was talking about.
No, just basically we talking about like people now is gonna get to arguing about you know, the splits, what the splits should be with Terence Crawford, because for one, Errol Spence told my partner personally, he said, I'm ready. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready. I'm ready for the fight to happen, right? Terence Crawford has said that he only wants to fight Errol Spence or Yordenis Ugas. Obviously, he can't fight Yordenis Ugas because they got Ugas tied up in that bullshit. So now the next thing is, once they do sit down and start talking about the business, it's going to be what the split should be. So, you know what I'm saying? That's where we at.
Man, like I said from the beginning, man, the split should be 60-40 because, like I said, Errol Spence is bringing in the big numbers. Errol Spence got 2 belts. So if you want a higher split, you got to either get another belt or you got to bring in bigger numbers. And right now, his numbers is not matching up, and he doesn't have 2 belts. He got 1 belt, and Errol Spence got bigger numbers. So the split should be 60-40. Now, if Errol Spence is willing to give him more than that, then sit down at the table and negotiate it. But right now, it's looking like 60-40 at the minimum.
Right. And J.A. Dixon said, hearing all this money shit, just do what it takes to make the fight happen or shut the fuck up. Man, and I mean, I'm pretty sure we all feel that way. But at the end of the day, it's reality. Reality is reality. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, reality is the reality, and this is boxing. This is what you know, we talking about what's gonna happen.
But they need to hurry up and go sit at the table. Start making them jumps and leaps. Go sit at the table and start getting this shit to rolling.
Let me ask y'all something, bro. Let me bring this to the table because I don't want we talking Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, but I just want to point something out. On October 22nd, last month, the WBA ordered Ugas to fight in the tournament, bro, and he's supposed to be fighting Stanley Jonas. They said we only giving you 30 days. It's past 30 days, and they ain't stripped him yet. We ain't heard no news on that front. And they talking about Spence might be coming back in February and March. I find it highly unlikely that Bud Crawford, who just fought last week in November, is going to be ready to fight in February or March. So I hope we get Crawford and Spence next, but I wouldn't be shocked if we don't get Errol Spence versus Yordenis Ugas.
Man, I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad fight, but I'm just saying, if Errol Spence not going to fight Ugas, if Terence Crawford not going to fight Ugas, then they need to sit down and make this shit a reality.
I mean, yeah. I did hear about that as well, and I heard that Ugas is supposed to be dropping the belt and fighting Errol Spence next. I don't know how true it is, but I did hear that. I mean, I think Conor Loco reported that. He said he heard from an inside source that it's very likely that Ugas is going to drop the belt and fight Errol Spence next.
Man,
I would hate that.
Yeah, that shit relevant, man. If they not fighting for the belt, so dog, if Errol Spence not fighting Terence Crawford and Ugas ain't got no belt, it's no use right now, dog. The motherfucker
as an Errol Spence fan, bro, like I gotta tell you, if he fight Ugas and Ugas ain't got that belt, bro, that's going against everything he been telling us as his fans.
It don't make no sense. That would make no sense at all.
Yeah, they go against everything. I hope he wouldn't do no shit like that, because then me, who really likes him, born and raised in Dallas, Texas, I'm gonna have to make a bunch of content destroying his ass, bro.
But how the fuck you gonna do that when he ain't tell Ugas to drop the belt? Ugas made that decision on his own, bro.
But I'm saying 503, why fight him, bro? Why fight him, y'all? If he ain't got the belt, why fight him, bro?
Hold on, y'all, because like I said, we got a lot of people on the panel right now. And I want to give everybody a chance to get their words in before I get up off of here, because I ain't got too long. So I don't think my man KP didn't cook yet. So I'm gonna go to KP, right? I'm gonna let him say what he want to say about this situation, and then I'm gonna go to Slugger Sam, because he been in here, and then we're gonna go to my man 503, and we're gonna go we gonna go to my man G5. So yeah. So yeah, KP, you in the building? KP. I don't know.
KP still gone, man.
Yeah, KP, he ain't in the building. Let me go to Slugger Sam. Slugger Sam, what's your take on all this?
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on. I'm gonna be real quick. I just wanted to come in for a minute and then I'll hop out. I just want to say, man, I don't want to make a conspiracy out of this. I really liked the fight. I thought it was good. I didn't score it the way most people scored it. I didn't give the first 6 rounds to. I don't want to make it. What happened?
No, you go ahead.
I didn't give the first 6 rounds all to Porter. I thought I thought that Crawford kind of won some of those as well. He was applying some good pressure as well. But I kind of get Kenny's thought process. I don't know if anybody already talked about this, so I don't want to repeat somebody else's words. But I get what Kenny was trying to do. His thought was, if my son's gonna get knocked out anyways, I might as well stop the fight. But man, when you drop to the ground and you start pounding the ring, it shows me that you're far from hurt. You know what I mean? That you want all the smoke. And I didn't agree with it because there could have been a really good chance that Porter would have never got dropped for the rest of the fight. And he could actually won the fight or a draw or whatever. So I don't know. I'm not trying to get into conspiracy, but I was thinking to myself, if Porter was told to kind of, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say it on your channel because maybe you don't like people talking about that. But
I say whatever you want to say, bro.
Oh, okay. I was thinking, man, they might have told Porter, or at least his dad, they might have told him, yo, you want to make some bread? Just let it. You know what I mean? Just take the L. Because Porter, I'm telling you, man, I've never seen anybody give Terence that kind of work. Porter gave him some work, man. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's my 2 cents.
A lot. I mean, you're not the only one saying that. A lot of people think like, man, this conspiracy theories. I mean, a lot of people thinking that Porter and Kenny threw the fight and all that. I don't think
Porter. They think Kenny took that money.
Yeah, I don't think that. Now, is it? You know what I'm saying? Is it out of the question that Kenny Porter took the money on the stoppage? I'm gonna tell y'all something like this, right? And this is the true story. I saw Kenny Porter in Las Vegas, right, at the Wilder and Fury fight. I said, Kenny, I said, man, I got money on Shawn. I said, I got money on y'all. You know what I'm saying? I said, I got money on y'all, you know what I'm saying, on basically the stoppage that Terence Crawford ain't gonna stop you. I said, I got money on y'all. He said, huh? He said, you got money on us? And I said, yeah. And he gave me a crazy look. He said, usually Kenny is like, yeah, shit, you put your money in the right place. Because I didn't talk to Kenny several times. He gave me a weird look, and he switched the subject and he started talking about something else. Dead serious, and I'm not lying.
He took the money, Mike.
Yeah. And I didn't really think about none. I didn't really think about it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really think about it, but then I thought about it after all of this. And I'm like, damn, he wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, when I told him.
That nigga sold the sun out, man. That nigga
I don't know,
bitch,
but I'm gonna let me let 503 and then G5 Gabe. And then we're gonna go to my man Cortez Bowles, and I'm gonna get up out of here. 503.
Yeah, man. Salute to the panel and the whole chat, man. 503 line, man. Y'all follow me on my YouTube channel. Smoke City Mobcast on Instagram as well. But appreciate my brother for shooting the link out. I just had to say that right quick. And I'm not. First of all, I'm gonna say this, bro. I'm not trying to come at my brother Knockout. You know what I'm saying? He from Texas, so it ain't no beef or nothing like that. But I'm gonna just say this, man. If you asking me about the numbers and shit, I think I made a video about this earlier too. Y'all go check that out whenever y'all leave the live stream. I said that I think 55-45 is more than fair, if not 60-40. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence take, you know what I'm saying, a 5% decrease, or Bud take a 5% upcrease. You know what I'm saying? I think me personally, I think that's more than fair. We know what Errol Spence, we know his value. You know what I'm saying? We know Terence Crawford value. And I'm not gonna get up on here and shit on Terence Crawford and act like, oh, him doing damn near 200,000 is a bad thing, bro. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
I think to be honest with you, I think 190 is pretty good for Terence Crawford. Looking at all his other pay-per-views, that's a step in the right direction. And like Terence Crawford to me, bro, is like the hottest thing right now in boxing. So I mean, shit, to me, he can only go up from here, especially with a fight like Errol Spence or Thurman or, you know what I'm saying, Ugas, whoever the fuck he fight. You know what I'm saying? I think his numbers gonna keep going up if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody want to see the Errol Spence fight. And shit, who don't want to see Ugas fight? Now, like I was saying with Knockout, my thing is this: I'm not finna bash Errol Spence for trying to fight the best, bro. Belt or no belt. He not putting no gun to Ugas' head and telling him to drop the belt, bro. Ugas is doing that on his own because let's just be honest. He probably don't want to fight the motherfucking young killers from Lithuania and Russia. Probably don't want to fight them. You know what I'm saying? Because he fuck around and lose. You know what I'm saying? So, shit, he trying to weigh his options. That's not on Errol Spence. Errol Spence is Mr. No Tune-Up. He don't believe in taking tune-ups. You know what I'm saying? His last tune-up fight, quote-unquote, was a mandatory with Carlos Ocampo, and you seen what he did to him. So, I'm not gonna be mad at Errol Spence for fighting Ugas without no belt. You know what I'm saying? He just gonna have to go get the belt from Stanionis or Boutiel's. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so.
Cool.
There's, you know what I'm saying? Hold on.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on, bro. Cause I ain't talking when you was talking. You know what I'm saying? All I'm gonna say is this: all these fights need to happen, bro. I don't give a damn if it's Ugas next. I don't give a damn if it's Bud next. I just want to see all these welterweights mixing it up, bro. That's all I got.
All right, fine. I just want.
He was talking to me, Batman. Let me respond to him. He was talking about me, bro. Let me respond to him. So I feel what you say. I feel what you're saying, bro. And here's my thing with it. Like, yes, bro. Spence versus Ugas. That is a good fight. That's not what I'm saying. But when I listen to these boxers, bro, I hold them at their word. This man said he didn't want no tune-ups. He needs to fight for a championship. And so with that being said, bro, if Ugas don't have the belt, like we understand, if Manny Pacquiao had to get stripped and he don't have his belt, bro, that's Manny Pacquiao. That's a legacy fight. Everybody will be a fool not to fight him because that'll be the biggest fight in terms of you getting your bag, you getting your money, pay-per-view, all of that shit. But taking the Ugas fight when Terence Crawford is calling you out, bro, and just putting a fight in between you and Terence Crawford when you said you want to fight for championships, and the Ugas fight ain't for no championship, and we all know he get a bigger bag fighting Terence Crawford. We all know that that's the fight that every fan want to see, bro. The only fight I'm okay with for Errol Spence, based off what he been telling us, I'm gonna clean up my side of the street. I want to connect. I want to collect all the belts. I want to be undisputed. So with that being said, the only fight I'm cool with for him, either they gonna enforce his mandatory in the IBF, which is Abdul Kakarov or some shit, or if he is fighting Ugas, they was able to work something out with the WBA, and Ugas still got his title, so that's a unification fight. Or he need to be fighting Terence Crawford, bro, for his title. Anything other than that, Spence is going back on his word to us, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like, I gotta keep it real. I love Spence. I'm gonna support him, and I'm gonna watch his fight no matter what. But at the same time, bro, him doing that is not what he told us he was gonna do, bro. That's something totally different. Now you fighting Ugas who ain't got a belt no more, bro. Why are you taking on this extra fight? You said you wanted to fight for a belt. So that's all I got, Key. I know we got to let the other brothers cook or whatever, but that was my response. And this 503 said, bro, it's never going to be no beef between us, bro. It's number love, but we just got a difference of opinion on that.
Everybody know, 503, we already know everybody sub to 503. He going to be talking about this on his channel. And like I told y'all already, Knockout, he got an open panel on Friday. You know what I'm saying? And he finna let everybody cook too. So,
hold on. Knockout, what time you be going live on your show, bro? So I can pull up.
You talking about me?
Yeah. When you be
going live on this week, I usually go Wednesday, 7:30 p.m., bro. But this week for the holiday, it's gonna be Friday at 7:30. I'm gonna have an open panel, and you always welcome, bro. Just pull up and I'll drop the link for you.
All right, that's a bit.
And so I think, let me see. I think G5 gave it. Then we're gonna go to Cortez Bowles, and we up out of here. So G5, you in the building? G5. I guess he ain't in the building. Cortez, we're gonna go with you. Salute to you. What's good with you?
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Yeah. Terence Crawford kind of right now, he kind of remind me of that Dauphin uncle that think his $20 spend better than anybody else's $20. And really what he need to do is just go ahead on and just accept the 45, 55, because that's a blessing, because it's probably gonna be more money than he done ever made in his career. And it's better. He ain't gonna be able to make that type of money nowhere else. Because if he go fight Josh Taylor and over there, he gonna get robbed.
I think he stopped Josh Taylor. I think
he gonna have to stop.
I fuck with Josh Taylor heavy, but I think
he gonna have to stop Josh Taylor. He gonna have to stop him, because if he don't stop him, the same way Jeff Horn got the gimme belt from Pacquiao, he gonna be the sacrificial lamb.
Right. I think that I mean I agree with what you're saying, because he go in there and he go to the scorecard, they gonna try to rob him to get that belt back over the top rank. But yeah, I don't see Josh Taylor going no 12 rounds with Terence Crawford. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? And Josh Taylor can fight his ass off, but not moving up to a division right off the rip. You ain't never fought that, and you gonna get in there with Terence Crawford and think that he ain't finna turn it up on you and stop you. He gonna stop Josh Taylor. But you know that fight ain't
but all of the shenanigans that we got going on in boxing and stuff, that we would think that it would just go like that, it may mess around and go another way. So the best, safest thing for him to do, if he gonna take an L, he gonna take an L to the best and Errol Spence. And just like he said, you ain't doing the numbers. When they get all the way down to the logistics of the whole situation, you not putting ass in seats, and not putting ass in seats ain't bringing no cash revenue to this table. So I don't understand how he don't see that. Like how he don't understand that. Like, it's math. You can sit there and argue history all day, but one thing you ain't gonna be able to argue, not gonna be able to argue math. It's like the man said, he got 2 belts, you got 1 belt. It's regardless of what you done did in high school and college, you in the pros now. With them other divisions you did that in, come on, man, you ain't even got no real serious fight that a casual boxing fan gonna even be able to recognize. Kabaluskas. Then you fought a washed up Gamboa. Come on, man. And then we got to look. Shawn Porter didn't look that good in his last fight. We don't know if he washed rag material for real.
See that's
what he looking good though.
See, that's what I ain't gonna do. I like me. I'm gonna give Bud all his props, because he finally went out there and fought somebody that everybody was saying that they want to see him fight. So me personally, I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell nobody else what to do. But we need to get that man his props, because he went out there and did his thing. But let me get to this chat real quick.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead on. I'm gonna take my hat off to him and go ahead on and give him his props and everything. But he got to get up out of that delusional atmosphere that he deserved more than what was on the table for him. You know what I'm saying? But I think Errol Spence gonna have to just go ahead on and give to be able to get what he want in return. He want to fight. Go ahead on and get that man some money and beat him, and then just be done with it and say, I told you so.
Right. And let me get to the super chat real quick.
All right, cool.
My man, Black Fight Fan, Trill Boxer talk in the building. What's happening with it, fam? He say, good shit, man. Salute to you coming in, showing love in that super chat. Appreciate you. But yeah, you know, I mean, yeah, man, I'm just glad, like I said last night, I'm just glad I don't have to get on here and talk about what Terence Crawford ain't did at 147 pounds. I'm glad I ain't no longer got to say that he ain't fought nobody, that we just going off the eye test at 147. You know what I'm saying? Because he finally did that. He did what he did. Even though I ain't feeling that stoppage, but he did what he did. So I got to give him all the credit in the world, and it's time. Now it's time. Ain't no more questions. Ain't no more talking. It's time to make this fight happen. Either y'all agree, that y'all gonna have one fight in between, because we know EJ been out. Either y'all agree that y'all gonna have one fight in between, both of y'all get past y'all next fights and make it happen. It's all go mode. Or
I got a suggestion.
Do it next.
You got another super chat. Good. Yeah.
And my man Drink More Water in the building. He say, hey man, I just seen those 10th round KO odds. He says they were anywhere from plus 1,400 to plus 1,800. Ain't saying, he says, I'm just saying 100K bet would win you 140 mil at a 1,400 plus. Now, now, like my man said, it's salute to my man Drink More Water, right? Like he said. Now, I told y'all yesterday, right? And I think Blu-ray talked about this too, right? The over-under, right? Even the over-under, if you go look at the over-under is the 10th round had to end before, I think it was like a minute and 30 seconds within the 10th round. Why he get on the apron and stop that fight like that? And then go back to me and Kenny Porter's conversation at the Wilder and Tyson Fury fight. Like I said, I ain't gotta say nothing, but hey, something ain't right about that shit. But I ain't gonna put that on that man. But y'all can feel about all that how y'all want to feel about it. I ain't gonna put that on that man. But hey,
man, nigga sold the sun out, man. Sold the sun out. I'm just saying, you can go look at the fight when the other nigga that was in the corner trying to pull Kenny down from stopping the fight.
Oh, you got a point. Suspect to say the least. You know what I'm saying?
Because the upper
suspect to say the least.
But listen, the upper nigga saw when Shawn got up, started walking back to him, he was looking okay. The nigga was like, "Come on, Kenny." Kenny pushed his hand off of him and pulled in the towel. That nigga sold his son out.
Yo, is it true when they say that Kenny Porter holds all of Shawn's money?
No,
he gives him an allowance. No, somebody was telling me that they said he gives Shawn an allowance.
I don't know.
I said he's a real man.
I don't know, man. Hey, y'all forgot about that press conference AB did. I was watching that shit the other day. When AB did the prep, when AB was fighting Shawn Porter, and he was talking about how Kenny Porter, you know what I'm saying, give him an allowance and all of that. Hey, man, I ain't gonna get into their personal business like that. You know what I'm saying? That I ain't gonna do all of that, but
Yeah.
Who
should EJ fight?
But they just need to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? In 2022, this fight needs to happen. Period. I don't want to hear nothing else. I mean, I'm tired of talking about this shit. You know what I'm saying? If y'all notice, I ain't never cooked on who would win the fight and try to break the fight down. I ain't never did that because they got to make the fight first. And then we going to be able to talk about who can win and break the fight down. And you know what I'm saying? But they need to make the fight, man. For real. But I got to get up, you know what I'm saying? I got to get off, you know what I'm saying? I got to wrap it up. I appreciate everybody for coming through in the chats, in the super chat, showing love. G5, man, I was trying to get you. Well, you keep going in and out.
Hey.
Man, they had booty, man. I don't know why I got good signal and everything. But
hey, Keon. Hey, that nigga like Fredo. What's his name? And it's Fredo. That nigga Kenny like Fredo, man. He sold Mikey out, man.
Man, I'm telling you, out, man. Hey, I'm telling you, man. But like I said, man, appreciate everybody for coming through, showing love. Smash the like button if you ain't hit the like button yet. Y'all already know we back again tomorrow. And I ain't even really get to cook on the cool boy Steph and Figueroa fight because they press conference today, so we're gonna probably talk about that tomorrow and some other things. But I appreciate everybody. So I'm gonna just go around and give me y'all last words real quick, and we up out of here. Let me see. KP, I don't even think KP in the building no more. Yeah, Batman, let me get your last words before we get up out of here.
Man, great sharing the panel with all you good guys, man. Man, you know, they just need to make the fight, man. You know, and I'm rooting for cool boy Steph on Saturday night.
Yes, sir. G5, you still in the building? You good?
Yeah, I'm still
Yeah,
here.
get the last word, G5, and let everybody know where to find you at too.
Well, my background is probably loud right now because I'm in this damn car. But if y'all can hear me, y'all can follow me on G5_Game on IG and YouTube. I'll be back to my normal scheduled program going live. So, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, Keith. As always, my brother. You know what I'm saying? And salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody on the panel that y'all like.
No doubt, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. And Slugger Sam, let me get your last words.
I just want to say, yo, appreciate you having me on, man. Been following the channel for a minute now. Big supporter, so that's what I'm gonna keep doing, man. Just supporting the channel. So yeah, thanks for letting me on, man. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Now I know who you are, so it's all good now, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate you for coming through. And like I said, y'all already know what it is. Smash the like button before you get up out of here. We'll be back tomorrow, and y'all know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone.